Here's the rewritten story with new character names and adjusted details while maintaining the original context and intent. It's written in natural American English with a target length close to 10.000 words. ###. The family we never knew. On a warm summer morning in Fairview, 8-year-old Jonah's excitement was palpable. It was the first day of 3rd grade, and his mother, Rebecca Thompson, was determined to make the morning as smooth and special as possible. The smell of pancakes wafted through their cozy home as she hummed softly. Pouring batter onto a sizzling pan, Rebecca glanced at the calendar on the wall, a cheerful collage of family photos. There was Jonah grinning with frosting on his face at his last birthday party. Rebecca and her husband, Ryan, posing with Jonah at the park, and the three of them on vacation at the beach. Every photo radiated love, stability, and joy. "Jonah," Rebecca called up the stairs. "Time to get up, buddy. You don't want to be late for your first day." A muffled groan came from Jonah's room. 5 more minutes, Mom. Smiling to herself, Rebecca set the spatula down and climbed the stairs. She knocked lightly before entering, finding Jonah burrowed under his superhero blanket. "No way you're sleeping through pancakes," she teased, pulling back the covers to reveal a messy mop of curls and a reluctant grin. "First day of 3rd grade, kiddo, let's go." Jonah's brown eyes widened, half with excitement, half with nerves. Okay, I'm up," he declared, leaping out of bed and racing to his dresser. Rebecca watched him with a mix of pride and nostalgia. It seemed like just yesterday she and Ryan had brought him home from the hospital. 8 years of laughter, milestones, and memories have flown by. ###. ****. A day of new beginnings. The drive to school was filled with Jonah's animated chatter about the friends he couldn't wait to see and the new teacher he hoped would be cool. As they pulled into the school parking lot, Rebecca turned in her seat to face him. "Remember what we always say," she said with a warm smile. Jonah grinned, reciting the mantra with her. "I am smart, I am kind, and I am important. That's my boy," Rebecca said, squeezing his hand. "You're going to have a great day." Back home, Rebecca busied herself with her freelance work as a graphic designer. Around lunchtime, Ryan called to check in. "How's our little man?" he asked. "I'm sure he's already charming his teacher and making new friends," Rebecca replied, "but I still can't believe how fast he's growing up." "Tell me about it," Ryan said with a chuckle. "Seems like just yesterday we were bringing him home from the hospital." Rebecca paused, her mind flickering back to that chaotic day in the maternity ward. There had been complications, an emergency C-section, a blur of doctors and nurses, and long hours before she finally helped Jonah for the first time. The memory was a mix of joy and exhaustion, but above all, love. "Yeah," she said softly, shaking off the nostalgic haze. "Those were some crazy times. ###. An unexpected visit. The peace of that sunny Saturday morning was interrupted by the sound of tires crunching on gravel. Rebecca looked up from her gardening to see an unfamiliar SUV pulling into their driveway. A man and a woman stepped out, their expressions nervous and uncertain. The woman, slender with short dark hair, offered a tentative smile. "Hi, are you Rebecca Thompson?" Rebecca nodded, a slight unease prickling at her instincts. "Yes, can I help you? My name is Laura, and this is my husband, Chris," the woman said, wringing her hands. We need to talk to you and your husband." "It's about your son." Rebecca's stomach tightened. "What about Jonah? Is he okay?" "Yes, he's fine," Laura said quickly, "but we think there's been a mistake. A very serious mistake. Can we come in?" Rebecca hesitated before calling for Ryan. Moments later, the 4 of them were seated in the living room. Chris took a deep breath and began. "We think your son, Jonah, might actually be our biological child. ###. Shockwaves. The words hung in the air like an explosion, leaving Rebecca and Ryan speechless. Chris continued, his voice steady but strained. "Our son, Ben, was born the same day as Jonah County General. Over the years, there've been differences. Ben doesn't look like us, and there are traits we couldn't explain. Then, a month ago, we saw Jonah at the park, and he looks exactly like Laura's father." Laura pulled out her phone, showing a photo of a boy with curly hair and warm brown eyes. The resemblance to Jonah was undeniable. "We're not here to accuse you or take him away," Laura said, tears welling in her eyes. "But we need to know the truth for both boys' sake." Rebecca felt the ground shift beneath her. She looked at Ryan, whose face was pale and tense. "This is insane," Rebecca said, her voice shaking. "Jonah is our son. We've raised him, loved him, and we've raised and loved Ben," Laura said softly. "But if they were switched at the hospital, they deserve to know who they are." Ryan ran a hand through his hair, his voice breaking. "You're asking us to question everything about our family." Chris nodded solemnly. "We are, because we've been questioning everything about ours. ###. The first step toward truth. After hours of tense conversation, the Thompsons agreed to DNA testing. The days that followed were a whirlwind of emotions: denial, fear, and the haunting possibility that their lives were about to change forever. When the test results arrived 2 weeks later, they confirmed what no one wanted to believe: Jonah and Ben had been switched at birth. ###. Breaking the news. Telling Jonah was the hardest thing Rebecca had ever done. She knelt in front of him, holding his small hands in hers. "Sweetheart," she began, her voice trembling, "when you were born, there was a mix-up at the hospital. Another little boy, Ben, is biologically ours, and you're biologically theirs." Jonah's eyes filled with tears. "So, you're not my real mom and dad." Ryan pulled him close. "We're your real mom and dad. DNA doesn't change that. We've loved you since the day you were born, and we always will. ###. Building a new family. Over the months that followed, the Thompsons and the Parkers worked together to create a new, blended family. Jonah and Ben spent time with both sets of parents, forming bonds that were as unique as their situation. Holidays became shared events, with both boys surrounded by twice the love. There were challenges, moments of confusion, jealousy, and grief, but also moments of joy and connection. Jonah and Ben, once strangers, grew to see each other as brothers. ###. Finding peace. 5 years later, the families gathered for a barbecue in the Parkers' backyard. Jonah, now 13, was taller and more confident, his laughter mingling with Ben's as they played basketball. Rebecca stood with Laura, watching their boys with pride. "I never thought we'd get here," Rebecca said softly. "Me neither," Laura agreed, "but I wouldn't trade it for anything." As the sun set and the families came together around the table, Rebecca raised her glass. "To family," she said, "not just the one we're born into, but the one we build together." "To family," everyone echoed, their voices filled with gratitude. In that moment, Rebecca knew they had turned an unimaginable tragedy into something extraordinary, a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the bonds that define a family. ###. If this heartwarming story resonated with you, please subscribe for more tales of resilience and hope. How do you think you would handle such a situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below.